Some people say this was the game of the year. The Niners are seemingly involved in every game of the year. They had one against the Seahawks.
Weekly thing.
Yeah. Taysom Hill here on 4th and 18. Don't get me started on the Saints and flags in this building. I think we all know the history. But by rule, you can't have pass interference when a team is lined up in the punt formation, although somebody should have told that to Sean McVay. Excuse me, Sean Payton. Sean McVay got one over on Sean McVay.
That is true.
Sorry, Saints fans. It got doubly worse. And then Jimmy Garoppolo to Kendrick Bourne. Niners take a 42-33 lead, but it's Drew Brees under a minute to go, just making it happen to Smith. This is some shoddy tackling by a normally really good Robert Salah 49ers. Coordinated defense not there. The Saints go for 2, don't get it, but they still have a 1-point lead. Jimmy G, you want your moment? The pantheon of great 49er quarterbacks. How about helped out by George Kittle after the game? Shanahan said, I had to maybe call 3 or 4 more plays until I realized Kittle was going to take us down the field and get a face mask.
Incredible.
And put us in position for a Robbie Gould 30-yard field goal to win it with no time on the clock. So after the 49ers lose to the Seahawks in overtime with no time on the clock, lose to Lamar and the Ravens with no time on the clock, there's GM John Lynch celebrating with Jimmy Garoppolo. Not seen here, Emmanuel Sanders, who had himself a day. He actually threw a touchdown pass. Yes, the 49er wide receiver threw one. And it was talking about his multifaceted play after the game.
We ran it like 5 times. The last time we ran it, I actually threw a duck. And I was like, man, don't throw a duck in the game because that's going to be on ESPN, not top 10. And so was able to execute it today. And after, I threw the pass, I know Kyle was like, please don't throw a duck again. And so after I threw it, I saw he caught it. I just put my hands up like, yeah, that felt good. Because it was one of the plays when I went into this game, I was like, man, please be a touchdown. So it feels good to be standing up here.
Look at Emmanuel with the company line on the not top 10.
That's right.
All right, Emmanuel, we'll see you next Friday with Keith Olbermann. Be there. 150 yards receiving, a passing touchdown, and a receiving touchdown in the same game in the history of the NFL. It's been done 3 times, most recently by the man on the podium you just heard from.
So lots of hype for that game, not so much for this one. However, the finish was interesting. Let's put it that way. 4th quarter, 48 seconds to go. Jets trailing 21-19, 3rd and 17. Sam Darnold's pass intended for Vincent Smith, incomplete. Now, take another look. The officials would review it, call it pass interference on Nick Needham. Brian Flores, he is furious with the Jets getting a 1st and 10 on the Miami 38. Darnold to Ty Montgomery, goes 12 yards, gets out of bounds. The Jets would run the clock down to 3 seconds, 44-yarder. And that's good. Wow. That's one way to lose a game. Flores clearly not happy after this one, as Miami, who was looking for their 4th win of the season. And you know what? Flores has actually done a pretty nice job considering.
No, they're playing hard for him.
They are, considering what they have and what has gone on this season. But the Jets winning their 5th, 22-21. All the talk after this game about that PI call.
You upset about the call against Needham, the defensive pass interference?
I was upset we lost the game.
What did you see on that play? Did you cover it fairly?
I'm not going to answer any questions about the officiating.
Okay.
You can tell.
That's 2 coaches on this day.
He's a Belichick assistant, you can tell, right?
Right. Let's crunch some numbers here. 43 points. First downs, he had 44. Total yards, 736. But here, field goals made, 10. There's a reason why this game was not hyped. Although, again, interesting finish, unless you're Dolphins.
Dade Nabil, but he did it done on the ground. That to actually put the Browns back in front. And then, this is it. I mean, you haven't done anything all season. I don't disagree with this call at all. It's 4th and goal. You're 1 and 11.
You got to go for it.
And then you drop this. Browns take over on downs. The dog pound is loving it. The Browns win 27-19. They have flickering playoff hopes, obviously with almost no margin for error, but they will be in a very winnable game at Arizona next week to perhaps, Nabil, they were once 2-6, maybe get back to 7-7.
Moving on to the Panthers and the Falcons. First game with Perry Fuel as the Panthers interim head coach. 3rd quarter, Falcons 3rd and 8, leading 20-10. That is Matt Ryan to Zacchaeus there for the 93-yard touchdown. The Falcons opening up a 27-10 lead. Ensuing kickoff. It's going to be fumbled here. And Younghoe Koo, not good here.
Oh, boy.
All right. 8-time a kicker recovered a fumble off a kickoff in the last 10 seasons.
It's crazy.
You don't see that too often. That'll be that twice that. Falcons winning 40-20 the final. How about this? Julio Jones had 5 receptions in this contest, 66 yards. So paltry numbers for him, but 6 straight yards, which is tied with Roddy White for the most consecutive seasons with 1,000 yards in Falcons franchise history.
Okay, so I mentioned Sean McVay. This is what I meant.
Right.
We're getting ready for Sunday Night Football between the Seahawks
Big one for
and
them.
the Rams. Huge implications for both teams in the NFC West. We'll go live to get a report